100 Millionaires Podcast.
Yeah.
My name is Walter Amarillo. I'm on the call with Mike and Mitch. Mitch is traveling across the United States, and he's complaining that he's finally free, has all this free time, and
heading to see us. He's heading to see us.
He's coming to see us.
Yeah.
He's driving.
Absolutely.
I'm flying. Mike's just gonna skip right across.
I'm riding my bike. I'm riding my bike there.
You're gonna ride over. We're gonna be in Providence.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yes.
What is it?
What's the hotel?
August 5th to the 7th.
And what are those? What's the hotel?
Hotel is Marriott, downtown Marriott in Providence. So it's Generator Business Boot Camp. Mike, bring us in.
Planes, trains, and automobiles. Those are not pillows. Massive income from passive income. Yay.
And Mitch Jorsky, how do we do it? How do we get massive income?
We organize and we collect.
Twice.
And we were talking about today earlier before the call was that there's so many opportunities that have been coming and we've been saying no. There's been a lot of stuff that we've been saying no to lately because there's too many opportunities right now. Recession is here.
I asked Walter for his opinion and he said, I love this. I mean, I've heard it before, but I love it. If it's not a hell yes, then it's a hell no. I love that.
Yeah. I think I got that from Mitch, to be perfectly honest.
You got that from me, who I got it from.
So Mitch. Sorry, credit.
And I got that from, I can't remember, but it was on the Tim Ferriss podcast. He had some super successful guest. And that guy was at that point in his life where he'd sold his company and whatever. He's like, I'm at this point where if it's not a hell yes, it's a no. And I was like, that's genius.
I think right now people are like, well, you're going to make so much money. It's like, dude, it's a 5-year hold. I'm not interested in a 5-year hold right now. I'm personally, now I do believe that there are people who should be taking 5-year holds right now because they don't have any other plays. They don't know what they're doing. And yes, put your money with somebody who can do, a good quality project. But for me right now, it's like, if it doesn't generate income now, I'm not interested, right? It's got to be like fast income. I want liquidity. I'm keeping my money loose, keeping it flowing. And we had this cool deal that came up, right? Really cool. We get a lot of deals. So everybody's listening right now. I'm talking 3 to 5 deals, offers, opportunities a day. And it's not just real estate. These are businesses. One of the challenges to running 100 Millionaire Podcast is it's almost like Shark Tank afterwards. We're talking with each other afterwards. Like, okay, did you see that deal that came through? What'd you think of that one? What do you think of this one? Who's this guy?
Right.
Hey, how do you know them? Like, what is their experience? Have they ever done this before? Like, have they made money with it?
Yeah, and there's usually it's like I remember in the early days with you, Walter, you were like, look at 100 deals and take one. Don't take 100 out of 100 just because you got shiny objects syndrome. Get out there, find the good ones, and like I always go back to your condos. That was an amazing deal. So you looked at lots and lots of property, lots and lots of deals before you grabbed that condo, and millions.
I went 9 months without buying anything. I was 9 months into the year, didn't buy anything. Even right now, like we haven't bought any real estate, but we have acquired 3 businesses this year, more than 3 businesses. We got Jen's Pen was last year, Alchemist Financial was this year, Alchemist Affiliates was this year. Then the other one was the CRM, right? Alchemist Connect, like that was this year. Like those are 3 big acquisitions, and then we may have Alchemist Title coming out, sometime towards the end.
You're sort of backing into Alchemist Title because we're not asking you to put up any money, but this
is a nice one.
It's the wheels are in motion. We've got bank account, title, licenses, and we're just we're getting going. So this is probably one of the easier mergers. It's a combination. The power of being in the right place with the right people at the right time.
It's the power of partnerships. That's what it is.
There it is.
Go to Facebook and vote on the title. We put up 4 titles for my new book, and I need your help. So get out there.
And one of those titles is secretly a suggestion from Mitch. So identify which one.
It says it right on it.
On the fly suggestion while I was driving. So if it gains any traction, I'm very impressed with my quick-wittedness.
It's really impressive. It's really impressive is that I actually understood what the hell he said because his signal was so bad.
Yes,
Up
I
until
sounded
he
like
found that Starbucks parking lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
all about
right.
the Starbucks Wi-Fi, baby. All about the Starbucks Wi-Fi. Yes, I sounded like a robot before then. I
Yeah.
was a crypto.
Black
I
Eyed
was a,
Peas.
yes, I was a
I am
crypto
the
bot.
security cat. Yeah, so in this market, in this recession, there are opportunities coming up. Mitch, you've been seeing a lot, and you get a lot on the crypto side. You even just recently had one that was crypto, metaverse, NFT combination, like mix. And that was, like we all looked at that. You guys personally were actually on the call, evaluating. Whereas for me, like I knew right away that's not my space. Like it's not a space I'm looking to get into at the moment because
Gotcha.
I'm very focused on this Web 2 building still. Like Web 3 and metaverse is just, it's too far of a stretch from where I'm at today. So like my space isn't there yet. But you gave it a shot. I know Mike jumped into it.
Well, I was just saying from my point of view, this is what we say whenever we say to people who listen to our podcast that this is not financial advice and do your own research, because this is one of those things where it's like it seems like it's a really good deal with some really amazing players, but for my personal, I've got like 3 deals going this month, so for me to jump into a fourth was just not. Yeah, so do your own research and make sure you're on your own page, because this might be a great deal for somebody else. It just wasn't for me. So, yep.
Yeah. I was looking at the same thing. Like I've got 5 companies that we're running right now that I've committed to, that we're building and like progressing through. So I'm pretty happy with those investments. In fact, those are making more than my rental properties. So I'm really satisfied with those investments. But
Nice job.
I've got 4 more companies, and Mike Shine, this is one of them, the Alchemist title. And like those are more of a priority to me than taking capital or taking time and resources to other investments. But I know like there are great opportunities out there, and we're seeing them everywhere. Like opportunities that have not been here for a long time in both business and in real estate. And people who are not seeing it, it's only because their eyes are closed. It's because they're not putting themselves in a position to build business or buy real estate. Like the opportunities are here right now in front of us.
So Walter, your phrase that I always forget the third part, but seriously, this is a perfect example of what you think about, you bring about, what you focus on expands, and
what you track, you get more of.
What you track, you get more of. So what's been happening is that the 3 of us have all been looking for new opportunities because, recession, et cetera, et cetera. And what has been coming, if you don't believe in the law of attraction, then I got nothing for you, because I really believe that as soon as I focus on something, those type of opportunities come in, the people come to me. And so it's just, we've been focusing on deals and new deals, and that's what the 3 of us have been getting. That's what I've been seeing.
Yeah.
And I think that's a mindset thing, right? Well,
Yeah.
it is.
Totally.
We're tracking our past success, and then we're moving into new successes that are better than the stuff we've had in the past. And Mitch, even you were saying it this week, you're like, you're going to go into Generator Business Bootcamp with an intention. You're a coach, you're a celebrity coach, you've written 2 books, but you're coming into this event with the intention of maximizing your business partners, like the partnership that you have with your business partner, right? Like the rental property business that you have. You're going to be looking at, instead of making it a 3-year goal, how do I crunch this down to 3 months, or crunch down to 6 months, or even a year? Like that's a different way of coming into an event.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing too. It's just like that business has been going for, whatever, a little over 3 years now. And it's kind of like, it's steady. It's doing what it's supposed to do. And I'm focused on all these other opportunities. And obviously I'm focused on my other investments and, and obviously a lot into crypto. But I kind of just had that epiphany. I'm like, you know what? How do I escalate the timeline on this business? Not only for me, but really like, because I know it'll be a big benefit to my partner as well, since that's kind of more of his focus, as opposed to me with my hands on a lot of different things. So sometimes I think you have businesses that are doing fine, and you almost like forget about them a little bit in terms of like looking at how I can ramp it up faster or make it bigger. So I just for me, that popped in my head, and again, it's like everyone's in a different situation. And Mike made a great point earlier when he said, like, talking about kind of the whole, that NFT metaverse kind of crypto opportunity and it not being a good fit for him. It's because every investment decision is a personal decision. And when people ask for investment advice, I was like, you can't get a clear, like no one's going to tell you what you should do. And if they do, you should take that with a grain of salt, because every investment decision,
Right.
it's a personal decision, because your investment scenario is completely different than mine. Your financial capital to work with, the income you have, your risk tolerance, all of that, your responsibilities, your monthly like these are all variables that factor into every investment decision somebody makes. So without knowing those, details about someone, you can give general advice, but that's why.
Hey, I just wanted to point out that I had the same intention for generator coaching. So we're talking about Alchemist Title, and I was like, well, because we're brothers from another mother, so of course we're thinking the same thing. But I'm going to generator coaching to work on the title business, to have Alchemist Title. I mean, I've done this before, so I know the path. But I know that Terry and Christine, if I have a specific thing to focus on during the time that I'm there, unfortunately, I can't be there the whole time. But while I'm there, if I'm focusing on Alchemist Title, I think that by the end of the weekend, I'll have a much more clearer vision. So yeah.
Yep. I love this because I'm going with the same thing. I'm only speaking on Sunday, so I think I only got like one spot that I have to like really like get my mind right. And I'm going to be talking about social media marketing, like that influence component, like
stuff?
maximizing. I know a few things, but I'm going into this generator business boot camp, and my intention is cleaning up the company, like really cleaning up and getting the pipeline so that it takes less of my time. And all I really want to be able to do is spend time with high level influencers who I can get what we have already in existence in front of. Because there's only really two marketing strategies that work right now. And it's either you kill yourself on ads, or you have an influencer who puts your stuff in front of their audience. And just cleaning up that pipeline so that it comes through Alchemist Nation, free course, get in here, but then it goes through the challenge, comes into the CRM, moves into, now they're buying real estate, which means they're getting, a title, they need financing, a real estate agent. And so it's, checking off all the businesses that we've built and just kind of bringing them through this pipeline. Just, it's really, I'm setting up a lot of context this week, checklists, like all this sort of stuff that they're going to go through. It's cleaning up.
I'm curious about this. So what does that look like if it's just clean cut, like simple, like when you go to a dentist, you walk in, the receptionist takes you, the hygienist is there, you clean, the doctor walks in for 1 second, and that's it. So how does that work with Alchemist Nation? Like, what is your vision of simplicity?
I like it. So the theory is they'll come through, and the millionaire path will be the first step. So that's probably going to be my lead magnet to anybody. Hey, you want to learn how to be a millionaire? 6 questions. Boom. I'll print out immediately within 30 seconds your millionaire path. I'll send it right to your email. Nice. So that's like first lead magnet. It's also going to send me a report to my sales team, my millionaire path consultants, and they can look at that and say, this person needs to be called. This person's doing well. This person just sent them a course, like whatever. So we'll now get a kind of a financial pulse. And then from that point, it's if they're ready to buy real estate, get them into the mentorship. That's a mentorship for real estate, drive them hard. Once they're in the mentorship, connect them with an agent who's going to find them a deal, connect them with wholesalers who's going to find them a deal, and then get them the financing with Alchemist Financial. And then obviously we close them out with Alchemist Title. So like that's one path. If they go the business route, they're going to drive into the generator coaching side of things, go into like the speaking side. If they're a coach, they're going to go down the Doug route. So it kind of just, there's a flow that I want to exist.
That's good. I like it.
There's just putting all the pieces together. It's like a puzzle. We got all the pieces, but they're upside down still. We're going to flip them all over and then put them together.
We're going to take the edge pieces and put them off to the side first.
Yeah, we got to build the edge. And I think I just laid out the edge, so I know what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the board.
So what'd you say with Doug McGurk? That's the coaching path. Like, so if someone wants to be a coach, and then like his generator, if that's like someone has a business, it goes to Terry, like that. That's.
And I think Terry's really second piece. So I've got to get a lower or a higher volume coach who can kind of get people's businesses put together. Terry's really like, he'll stimulate the income. If there's already something there, he can really like juice it.
Gotcha.
But he's put a business together from nowhere, like you need a coach who's going to tell you this is what you're doing specifically. Let's go. And it really takes a series of coaches to kind of be able to cover that, like specific mentors, really.
Sure.
And then coach is like, Terry's the bullet train. Once you have something, get on the tracks.
Gotcha.
But if you don't have something, you're just gonna come with a bunch of ideas. He'll go down any rabbit hole, and he'll do as much as he can for you. But without you being focused on a thing, like there's not much, an expander
What about,
can do.
where does Ryan McDermott fit into this? Like, how does he?
He's good with the financial people who come in who already have a decent net worth.
Yeah.
He's going to help them, change their taxes, like adjust things. He'll be able to recoup money and then leverage their money so they're getting more. So Ryan's really for people who come through and already have that higher net worth. He can really like position them, get them infinite banking, get them into some advantaged systems. Like
I'm looking
there's a lot of things he does.
Banking.
What?
Yeah.
I said I'm looking forward to his segment on the infinite banking. I've looked into that over the years here and there, so it's gonna be great to see Ryan talk about that. I mean, think about how awesome this is.
I want to see from someone I know, like, and trust. Because
exactly, right.
So think so many times.
If you're listening to this right now,
there's a right way to do it, right? Like there is.
I haven't
seen it. Cash heavy.
I haven't seen it, but
yeah. No, so it'd be good to see him talk about. I mean, this is epic. Like, I mean, if someone's listening to this right now, like what just happened? You have the three of us a lot of people come to us, obviously. A lot of people obviously come to Walter, especially if you want to become a millionaire. And we're talking about, right? Oh, and we're talking about how excited we are to go to this event to like level up and improve ourselves as well. Like, come on.
And I want to point out to anybody who's listening.
Yeah, it's cool.
We did not make a plan before this to talk about generator coaching and the weekend. We were
supposed to be talking about investment deals that are coming to us.
Right. Yes. We're all genuinely excited to see one another and to spend the time. Like we said, we all have like a specific focus this time. So I remember just a quick story. When I first went out to California and I got hired by a law firm, the first day, the lawyer.
And Mike, I think that points out that right now we're saying our best investment is up here.
Yeah.
Right. Like our current businesses.
Yes. Yeah.
Like our current investments, like it's getting this dialed in is going to give us the best return. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I wanted to say it before I forgot it.
So he, as a partner, puts me in the library, very fancy looking library, and gives me the California statutes, like a book, and says, start reading these. Okay.
No!
On my first day of work, I fell asleep in the library. I was like, and the reason is that you cannot read stuff unless you have something to focus. Like if I had a case and I was looking for a specific statute, well, then it makes sense and you get all that thing. And I think that's what we have this weekend, is that we all have a specific focus that we can apply, like the generator coaching, the bullet train too, as opposed to just sort of a vague sense. So if you're coming this weekend, make sure you've got a game plan and what you're focusing on. So that's my.
Yeah, that is good advice, Mike. If everybody who's listening, by the way, like, share, subscribe, send us to somebody, because I got to jump off this call, because right now there's a training for Alchemist Connect as we speak, for people to get their contacts on. Come to Generator Business Bootcamp.
Yes.
Go to alchemistnation.com, find out all the cool stuff that we're doing to help build millionaires. Our mission is to build 100 millionaires who are inspired to build 100 millionaires. Awesome. And this weekend is just one of those resources. Mike, take us out of here, brother.
Massive income from passive income.
How do we do it, Mitch?
We organize and collect.
I'm wearing the shirt. The point is not to work, it's to generate income. Cheers to your success. When you have a choice, always work with the best.
With the best. Peace.
Later, guys. I'll see you in Providence.
See you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.